What you
Queer,
say?
another queer is missing.
Stop it. You gotta stop using. You gotta be careful with your words. All right. Welcome. Today's episode is about debt. I don't know. Episode 11, debt. That's what it's called. I'm kind of discombobulated a little bit. I had a hectic day. We're a little late. Apologies to everybody for being an hour and 27 minutes late. How's everything going with everybody? You good, Renita?
Everything is great. I'm back on the dating scene.
You dating old men or young men?
I'm only dating older men. I found that the older I got, that the old men didn't have worms. It was the young ones.
Worms? What is worms?
Yeah, they always tell us, don't mess with the old men. They get you worms.
Wait, what? I never heard this before.
I can't believe y'all never heard that saying before.
No, I never heard that.
Granted, I'm only 34 years old, so.
I've never heard it. I'm in the 60s.
No, I don't date young guys. You know?
I thought she was like worm. I thought she was like worm penises or something. I didn't know.
Oh no. I would definitely not date a guy with a worm penis.
What is
the concept is that they take away your youth, so you don't allow them to, sleep with you.
This may be true because I know some old guys that have drained the life out of some younger women. One of the Quantis brothers.
That's the worms.
One of them.
See, I never knew what was behind the saying.
I said one of Quantis' brothers have done this. He drained his wife.
Oh, now she look old like him.
And she weighed on him hand and foot. Yep. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, she do look kind of old. I have to say, you telling the truth on that one.
She used to be fine as hell, but like when she got with him, he drained her. But it is what it is. Anything to promote, Rita? Nothing. You good?
Not right now, but I'm open for any open mics. If you guys got any suggestions, I'm down.
Okay, I'll let you know if I see something. Yvonne?
Yeah, so I'm doing the social networking event May 20th, Friday, 5 to 8. Message me for the address. And Renita, you should come.
Yes, I will.
You definitely should come.
Hey, I can never tell you no. I can never tell you no. So all you do, shoot me the address, the time, or I think where you need me to be, what time you need me to be there.
Cool, perfect. So that's why I want people to be May 20th. Message me. I'm on Facebook. Art of Black Psychology is hosting the event, which is me and everybody else, because the Art of Black Psychology builds community and I don't leave anyone out. So that's what I got going on this week.
All right, cool. You got the glasses on there. You're looking all smart.
Oh, thank you.
Wisdom. What's going on, Dad?
Nothing. I'm tripping over here on Renita looking like somebody from The Man in the High Tower.
I couldn't get into that. I watched like a couple episodes, but I couldn't get into it.
That's how the picture when they had this instrument that could look at the time, but the picture was faded in and out. So that's why I said that. I thought you watched that.
A few episodes. No, it seems good, but like it's just slow.
It's good. You have to really be up. You can't be watching that at night.
What, scary?
You gonna fall asleep?
No, you have to pay attention.
Mm-hmm. You got to be fresh, woken up, and like prepared like a job to watch it. I don't like those kind of TV shows.
It's one of them, if you nod out on it, you're gonna miss like the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can't nod.
So when I say I only watched a few episodes, I watched the first one, the fifth one, and then something else. I don't know. I just kept skipping. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was so lost. It's like this line, and the Japanese run the West Coast, and the Germans run the East Coast, and it's like this middle ground in the middle. I'm like, I don't know. This is too complicated. I don't care. But
it's alternative universe.
Yeah, it's like a show about like what would have happened if the Germans and the the Japanese had won World War II.
Yeah, it's parallel universes going on, and
I think I'd have been more interested if they had something like
Yeah.
with the Confederacy won the war, the Civil War, or something like that. But I don't know. Nothing. Your show? When's the next episode or whatever?
Monday.
Okay, Monday. What time?
Monday. We got a guest that hasn't been showing up because he predicted
Oh.
the Bulls was going to do something, and he's been
Mel.
disappearing.
No, his today is the wedding of his
No,
daughter-in-law.
the day he
Not daughter-in-law. What do you call him? Stepdaughter.
the day he missed, he was at work talking about he had to work late. He just didn't want
He
to.
might have to. He might have to.
He didn't want to get reamed.
They got like mandatory overtime. I don't know. Nandi, anything before we start?
She's looking for food.
Yeah.
We'll work for food.
Nothing, Nandi? Nothing to promote? You good?
No, I don't have anything going on, to be honest.
You sure? Everything
I
good with
can't
you?
think of anything at the moment.
Life is treating you well?
She will work for food.
All right, we'll start the icebreaker with you then. When was the first time you remember borrowing something?
She's like, why you ask her that question?
The first time. It could be chat. It could be as simple as like, I'll give you this when I go home and I get this from my parents and I come back. Like that. Something as simple as that. Like,
Okay.
borrowing something from another kid at school and then like, I know I'll have my mom repay you because you wanted to get something like it was just $1. It was the first time you remember.
A pencil?
A pencil? You had to borrow pencils?
For sure.
You did?
Mhm.
How did that go? How did that feel? Did you actually return the pencil?
Yes.
So nobody was
Most of the
mad
time.
and everything worked out well?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a great interaction.
Did it teach you anything?
To not do it again.
Yeah, remember where your pencil was?
Yeah.
So
Or
what
like,
happened? What happened to make you forget your pencil?
I just started keeping multiple in different places, so I wouldn't be able to forget.
Yes, I used to lose my pencils on purpose, so excuse to go outside of the classroom. That was different.
What were you going outside for? They didn't have pencils in the classroom?
No, because I'm fucking retarded. So like,
No.
yeah, I just didn't want to be in the classroom. Like, to teach a child to sit in a chair for 8 hours is ridiculous. 6 to 8 hours is ridiculous. So,
But it's no chair.
I agree with that.
yeah, so that's like really hard to.
Change class.
I can do it now because I drink alcohol, but like without drinking alcohol, this is not obtainable. That's why they had to give kids medicine that's equivalent to alcohol to make them sit in those seats because it's a stupid concept.
Actually, it's not.
What?
It's the opposite. They give kids stimulants.
To make them more hyper?
No.
No.
They focus.
Yeah.
So you're just like hyping up their dopamine enough for them to be encouraged to set a goal.
You got boring ass teachers. They ain't talking about shit. You know,
No.
shit.
The problem is a lot of teachers are auditory learners, so they're just saying things to you and not giving you opportunities to actively engage with the other senses.
Exactly.
Cool. We're gonna
So
write.
they're taught how to teach with just saying stuff, and you expect kids to just remember everything they heard, and that's unrealistic.
Okay, we're gonna write an episode on the education system.
No, thank you.
It needs reforming. All right, Renita, when's the first time you ever remember borrowing something in your life?
Really borrowing something?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I had to borrow some money from my grandmother. As soon as it got in my hand, everybody fucking knew about it. It just touched the tip of my finger, a dewdrop, all the sisters, everybody knew my grandma gave me some money. Here I go, damn.
Yeah,
I made sure I paid that back. And I will, it is sad to say I had to take a picture of me actually giving it to her. I kid you not, because they every time
Lee was that tripping like that?
No, it was everybody else. Every family you got to pay your grandma back. What they got to do with you? The fuck?
Yeah, the sisters did gossip a lot, but
They got constantly, man, baby, bye.
But you know, they be getting older people like that. It's a lot of like I've seen cases.
no, she talking about way before her grandmother had dementia.
I mean,
like,
obviously, but I'm saying in general, people hype up like elder people and their use of money on some ages.
No. This some she was young and her grandma was relatively young with respect to what's going on now. So it was just like it was just like to teach her a lesson, like this is what happens when you borrow stuff. Is what I'm
people. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't loan money. If you need it, I'll give it to you because I ain't got time for you to be all awkward and acting funny because you ain't got it.
Yeah.
Give that. It is stressful. No.
I need a loan, Renita.
How much?
$375.
Oh, that would have been. Hold on. Okay, probably Friday. My child support hit the bank.
You gonna loan me your baby money?
Don't do loans. She's just giving it to you.
I have my baby daddy write it off.
Silly. Yvonne, same question.
I don't know when I start borrowing anything because I've always needed something in my life. So probably when I came out the womb, I start asking for stuff. So
you got no specific memory, like to where it's like
you sound like you don't give it back.
To put that pressure on you, like man, I do not like borrowing money. Like this shit is crazy.
Not, you know what? Because I never really borrowed money from people who would treat me like that. Mm-hmm. So, if I needed it and they gave it to me, then, I gave it back and I let them know when I was going to give it back or if I had issues giving it back, but I always pay back because I don't want that, I never wanted that to be over my head. But I can't recall me asking for money from someone and they tripped about me, how long it took me to give it back or nothing like that. Because the not calling myself poor, but the concept has been in my life.
Yeah, poverty is something else.
Right.
Like I get it.
Right.
Believe me, I think all of us on here understand the concept of poverty. Shit ain't funny.
So it's not at all like ever.
Yeah. Stop it.
Same question. Come on, man. James writing music is copywritten. Stop it.
Pay back.
Turn that on. Okay.
It's not on.
I can hear it.
Oh. Payback. First time I borrowed money or borrowed something was from my mother-in-law.
My grandma?
Yep. And she got paid back with interest.
That's not a fun person to borrow from. And I love my grandma, but she is
paid her back with interest.
She's aggressive if you don't come on time, and she's really fair if you communicate with her well. But like,
I did not have a problem. Yeah. Paid her back with extra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, grandma is. This is a funny story I seen. I'm trying what to say without saying somebody's name. I know somebody that borrowed money from grandma. She drove the motherfucker to the ATM, like, give me my shit. The grandma's like a damn loan shark gangster.
Yeah.
You don't give her shit. She gonna shake you down. She gonna shake you down for her money, man. She is.
Oh, the money that we borrowed, it helped save our home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We had just got the home, and then paid back taxes. It was a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. She like one of them people, and she weird too. Her even her mother, Medea, like they roll up money in like socks and shit, and they just got money hidden every damn well some kind of way. I don't even know how they do it. You be like, I ain't never borrowed no
When
money
I
from my
stayed with
grandma.
my
I'm
grandmother,
scared. I seen everybody else do it. Go ahead.
when I stayed with my grandmother, I paid her rent and I paid her with cash. When I moved out, she gave it to me exactly the way I gave it to her. She saved it and gave it back.
Yeah, I seen my
It
grandma
was
do the
good for
same
them.
thing. I seen my grandma do the same thing to somebody else, like, and she just, this all the money you gave me. This is invested. Get your rent done and all of that stuff. So, yeah, they doing what governments probably should do.
Actually, no. That was the second time. The first time I borrowed money was from your mama.
My mom?
Yep.
She's another one that you don't want to borrow from.
She was to fix my car. That was the first time. Yeah.
And she was young.
She was saving money back then, man.
Yeah, I got that from her. Yeah,
Saving money.
I got her.
She never spent a lot of money on makeup or nothing. She thank God she had a brick house shape.
Oh no.
She didn't do no cosmetics, no paint in the barn, none of
To
that.
this day, she still won't do none of that. She doesn't waste money on.
It was just natural beauty.
Let me take that back. She doesn't use her money for stuff like that. I don't want to say waste. I don't want to,
it was natural beauty. I was the one who had to buy I bought all her fashion. She didn't even care nothing about that stuff. Man, it was crazy.
She's like a workaholic type person. So I don't know. But okay. Let's flip the question around. Stick with you, Quantis. First time you ever loaned somebody money and they didn't pay back.
I'm like Renita on that one. I just give it to you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but like, how did that feel the first time that shit happened?
What?
You loaned somebody money and they didn't pay it back to you?
I just give them the money. I don't loan them money.
Let's just describe the experience the first time it happened, because you had to arrive to this point from some kind of previous situation.
Not really.
I got one.
So you ain't never gave nobody no money and then like it hurt you.
I gave them the money, but I never put a stipulation on it.
Oh, okay.
I gave one of my cousins. I gave one of my cousins some money. It was her husband's birthday. She didn't have any money to get her husband anything, and I used my credit card, my Penny credit card, and I'll give him a little outfit and some other stuff. And she said she's gonna pay me back. She never paid me back, and they got divorced. I was fucking livid. I wanted to say, hold on, before you pack that shit up, this pants belong to me.
Yeah. No, because it's like, it's complicated. You know, you can mess up a relationship with somebody you really like by loaning them money.
No, I when I was growing up with my brothers, I don't know, for some reason, at that time, I had more money than them as a 19-year-old, 20-year-old, and I just gave them the money, man. I didn't. You know who the person was. They had some issues at the time, but I didn't. I think people's relationships are better than falling out about money.
It depends on what amount. What was the largest amount between those?
I gave that person 5,000, 6,000, 7,000.
Yeah, we would have had some problems. I'm sorry, but
no, because I don't put that. I didn't ever put I never put a tag on it. I didn't say.
But that's like, even it's not about the money necessarily, but it's like a disrespectful feeling you give me. Like,
this is not the first time.
Did they come back to you and say like, I'm sorry, I don't got it right now, or something like that?
I went in business with this person, a drug business with him, and we lost all the money. But that was my brother.
Okay, that's an investment. That's not a loan.
The hell it wasn't. It's just that for me, relationships are worth more than any kind of thing you can do. I'm not going to allow a superficial thing to break our relationship. Now, other people can do that, but I'm not going to do that. That's stupid to me. Because what if that person dies and you didn't repair that relationship?
Right.
And they just dead, nigga. This shit don't matter.
It does matter.
Then you go to that front row and ask them for your fucking money.
Yeah, motherfucker, y'all raised all this money for the funeral. I got priority over the funeral home. I get the goddamn insurance policy first. Give me my motherfucking money.
Run me my coin.
That's how they act when you sell a house. Like, the city get their money first, then the feds get their taxes, if like you owe the IRS or something, then the property taxes, then this tax, then this tax, then this person that did the work, then this. They go down the line. First mortgage, second mortgage. This is the reason.
It depends on the person. Sometimes people just seriously are broke. Or sometimes people are.
You cannot.
It'd be different if it's different if it's like a user, like a user type of person. Some people just broke, man. They never can get out of the.
Communicate that to me. Communicate that to me, and then
I already know when the person came to me. This nigga broke, man. Don't even think about paying me back because they're broke, and they're in that cycle. Some people are in like a cycle of debt, and it'd be unfair to ask them when you know damn well they can't pay you back.
They don't borrow.
It's a gift. Now I got people like it's somebody in our family. I'm not gonna out them on here, and I won't even engage in them because first of all they came the wrong way. They came with a game. I know doggone well you finna go $40. Come on. What does that tell me? $40. You finna go cop something. Just tell me you finna cop. Like if I go to the store and this nigga hanging out there and he needs some money, he's talking about I need something. I said, nigga, just tell me you want a drink. I'd rather give you the money to get you a drink than sit up here and lie. You don't want no McDonald's. Just tell me what you going. Now that pisses me off. Just be honest.
All right, same question, Yvonne and Nandi.
No, I never had anybody.
You never lend money?
That I loan money to and they didn't give it back because the conditions are that
I need much.
if I give it to you, you got to give it back. Because my dad said, don't say borrow when you have no intentions on giving it back. Just ask for it. And he's right. Because if it's going to take you more than a month to give somebody back their money, then just ask, can you have it? Unless it's a large sum of money, then you can work out a payment plan. But you got to stay in communication. You got to let people know what you're doing and how you're doing it.
I think that's the biggest problem with me. Like, you just got a couple $100 from me and then you just going to act like you're not going to answer my calls. Like, and
I can't. That's different.
Shit. I hate that shit. Like, it's a whole different.
Or they go shopping.
I've set up a payment plan with somebody before as a loan, but like they didn't ever get back to me after one payment. So
how that shit feel?
I mean, I wasn't surprised.
Why'd you get the money then?
I trusted that they would do it. Like I felt like they were gonna do it, but
No, that shit pisses me off.
I was at that point. I feel like I was okay with parting with that amount of money.
Telling you, I've had some. Thank God I haven't done any of these bad thoughts I had in my head, but I've really thought about doing some really bad things to people that owed me money. Like it's
not you being a paper chaser.
No, like I really want to fucking burn people's houses down and shoot them and shit. Like that's the type of.
Oh damn!
Wild thought.
I'm in the thousands. So it's different. So it's,
you talking about contractors? Oh yeah,
it's a different kind of feeling.
That's like, different. That's different. I thought you were talking about like personal. That's
kind
different.
Of money, man. Like you do.
Like Roy. Roy needs his shit burnt up.
Yeah. So you talking about $5,000? Like
he was just bogus.
But I had to talk myself down, like off of doing really fucked up shit to people, and like people don't even know. Like people really think about
Roy and.
For real?
I got a list of people. Stop saying names. So
I ain't gonna stop saying they owe. They got to say. What's the other, the stinky dude? What's his name?
It's a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
I'm not even
that is stinky dude.
I think the best thing I learned was like don't loan what you can't. Like
no, that ain't got nothing to do with loan. That's
we're getting in the contract and work.
Yeah,
like
it's different.
If you give somebody a bid, do something, and then do work, and they don't pay, like it really. And it ain't even so mad that I be mad about me. It's like it makes it hard. Now I gotta pay these other people, and I don't. I'm losing money now. Like fucking with you. So like that's what really makes you want to hurt the person in that situation. So it's complicated. So, but you know, I found a way to find peace because I looked at how much the lawyer costs and all this stuff if I kill that person and do that. So like it doesn't balance out. There's a little bit more money, I might could do it. So, I get to the $100,000 mark, nigga, your ass gone. And I got like little niggas that'll do it for me. So,
Moving on.
I know, right?
I'd like for you to not do the podcast from an incarcerated state.
Would they let me?
You know,
Oh, so it depends on where you connected.
Live from the jailhouse.
I mean, I would hope
somebody called me from their cell phone. I was like, they let y'all have cell phones now?
Yeah, they got video call. They
maybe on TikTok.
They all through all that stuff, but it is what it is. No, I'm just saying like that does that kind of thing to a person. So I think it's like, I don't know. Have you ever made like Nandi would stick with you like it?
She's still eating.
I'm sorry. We'll start with you then, Renita.
Talk with food in my mouth.
Okay, what's the question?
All right, like have you ever like regretted like borrowing a big sum of money for like a impulsive purchase?
Yeah.
Give us some details.
I was supposed to put some earnest money up on a place, and it was back in 1994. Instead, I put the money on. It was borrowed money too. I put the money on a Mustang anniversary edition. That Mustang was motherfucking cold. My red Mustang, and it's like, so you just gonna use our money? And here I go, I'll pay it back. Shut up, it's a Mustang.
Oh, you was married?
No.
It's impulsive. That's impulsive. A car.
Yep, it was the borrowed money.
Well, I had people do it to me.
What made you do it though? Like, what made you feel like that Mustang was more important than your other commitments?
An oil change on my old car that I gave them. Yeah, that part.
So you just like fuck it. I'm just gonna fuck all the other.
I walked around the showroom and I knew I had that money. It's like, you get this Mustang, you know, $20 more. Shit. That good thing I earned that money stripping. I was all proud of it.
How long you keep that Mustang?
Let's see, it's a 19 something. I kept it till 2001.
Wow.
I crashed it.
Was you drunk?
About 6 years.
This car ran into me and told me. And what they thought was total, I put it back together and kept it longer. Yeah, I know, right? Boy, you should see sad as fuck when I use that money, because you weren't supposed to use that money. That's that money that you're supposed to use as a gift and then give it back to people.
It be what it be. Same question, Yvonne. Like you ain't ever just like did some impulsive stuff with some borrowed money. Like you should like, I should really thought this through. It's like, I regret this. I really regret doing this. I borrowed money to do this. Now I owe like all this money, and it's like not a good investment.
I mean, if you want to consider credit cards,
that's fine. Go ahead. Elaborate.
Yeah, credit cards.
What did you purchase with these credit cards? It was like because to me, I look at credit cards like, all right, I got this car repair, I got this, like that. But like, if you just like, it's Christmas, let me spend $1,500.
That's my birthday. Let me spend $1,500. Yeah, so I was irresponsible with credit cards for sure. Because they told me I had to build my credit because I was trying to use cash, to buy a house and stuff. And they was like, oh, you need credit history. And I was like, but I have enough money to do what I need to do. I can pay you. And that didn't matter. So They say build your credit. And so I was like, how do I do that? And then, nobody would give me a credit card because I didn't have any credit. So they wanted me to build debt. And I built debt. And I was good at it. But now I'm recovered. I don't do that stuff anymore.
You've been delivered.
I've been delivered. I'm saved and sanctified from credit cards. Thank you very much. I exercised that demon. So, but yeah, that's who I borrowed money from, and it was impulsive.
Yeah,
credit cards.
No, I had some experience with credit cards that I regret too.
And all the interest charges I had to pay, and and then I started robbing one credit card to pay another one, because they had the balance transfers and stuff and everything. I was doing that for a while, and it'll catch you if you ain't got no money coming in. Like, and exactly.
You got less money coming in than you spending. It's just really simple.
Exactly, because it's the conditioning of the mindset, and that said that you got it, you can pay it later, and later never came. So
do you need more later?
I need more later. And for them, they're more later. They'll say, they like, okay, we'll give you later, but they don't lower your interest charges. So there's that.
Nandi?
Well, we all know that my answer to that is student loan debt, but I also remember impulsively getting furniture for my first apartment off campus situation.
Couldn't just go to the thrift store, huh?
No, I did not. But yeah, it was just like the frustration of someone saying that they were planning to help with this and going to do that, and I was just like, okay, I don't really want to ask for this. I also don't want to sleep on the floor my first week at a new school. So I just did it. But yeah, I'm at a smooth 80,000 now. So it's looking pretty good for me.
That's not good. That's not good debt. The student loan debt is
no, it's not.
At least credit card debt can be bankrupted. So
yeah, I paid off all of my credit cards and I regret closing.
You should never paid off all your credit cards. You should have just paid all your student loans down with your credit cards and then filed bankruptcy.
No, I just went ahead and did all the credits first. My student loans they're gonna be there.
They're never gonna disappear. It's like a dark cloud over your shoulder.
Yeah, it is. It's because I.
So wait, did you get but with the furniture, did you do one of those financing things with the furniture store, or did you?
No, I fell out with the person who I left the furniture with, and then they just
wait, somebody else got the furniture? You can even resell.
Yeah, I moved in a rush. I moved in a rush in a place where they were like, "Oh, you can just leave it here for now," and when they were ready to go, they just sold it to someone.
Wow, impulsive.
I was at least given a mattress. I will say that was helpful. Mattresses are expensive as hell, but yeah. I feel like it was really impulsive for me to try and pay for a full semester of school. I feel like I rolled into it because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna take a break or stop here in the middle of the semester either. So yeah, it only took me a couple of weeks to get that loan, and I didn't even stay at that school anyway.
It's like that, and then
yeah, I wish I had.
It'd have been another $1,500 to move the shit back to where you needed to, or you'd have been paying $200 a month to store it. I don't think. No, I'm just saying. I don't think we kind of think all that stuff through financially before we make decisions like that. Furniture takes big trucks to move it around in large places to store it if we can't, house it into the place we're living at the current situation. So people don't think that before. So it's a lot of extra hidden layers of cost associated with it. So you might say you can afford the payments that come with it. Say it's $200 a month for some furniture or whatever, but can you afford the hidden cost of moving it around and and storing it. So it gets a little complicated. Same question.
That's why
Go
expensive
ahead.
gifts can be kind of crazy.
Mhm.
Because when the time comes, you're not equipped to do anything with it, like on your next move. I think people who like are used to earning such amount of money that they can afford to give you expensive gifts, they're detached from the need to like
The maintenance
every year.
The maintenance and upkeep,
Yeah, but they're like they have a home, so they're not relocating to a new apartment every year, like most,
No, we got to do better job at teaching financial literacy. But Dad, same question.
Yeah. Of course, credit cards, but that wasn't the problem. I did it organizational wise. That was the biggest impulsive thing I did. Spent too much money on a media budget for the church.
Oh, you talking about what resurrection?
Yeah.
So you so let's dissect it because only me and you know what we're talking about. So like what he's saying is he created this religious organization that didn't own anything and rented everything, that had a pretty good operating income annually, about what, like $150,000-$200,000 a year.
Yeah, about $250,000. Back then, that was the 80s.
It was bringing like $250 in, but he had to pay for the place he was in, pay a lot of money to the radio station to get on the radio. This is pre-internet, and pay a lot of money to the musicians to perform at the place. So it was bringing in money, but it's like a mismanagement of funds, and if he'd have probably invested that into some property or something, it probably could have went a whole different direction, right? So.
Oh wow.
It's interesting. So that's not even necessarily rent. Rent isn't necessarily debt. I don't even know what would we classify rent as? I'm not even thinking that.
You're right.
It's debt, right?
No, you obligated to a contract. I guess in a sense, yeah. But like,
Are you borrowing a home?
Yeah, it's
as long as you're paying the mortgage, and when you stop paying, then
I guess we can call that like an informal form.
My mic went out, Mally.
I'm sorry.
Wasn't able to respond.
Oh, I'm guessing like rent is like an informal form of that, like, cause I guess like it's like a lease, or you just like.
No, that's stuff. Sometimes we do stuff without thinking and without planning, and
All right, cool. Let's rank it. We'll start with you, Nandi. Let's rank these types of debt. Credit card debt, mortgage debt, car note debt, student loan debt, and personal loan debt. You got it?
What's the worst? Probably student loan debt.
Rank it. Student loan debt sucks because after Joe Biden changed that law on it,
and
you
card
can't
debt.
bankrupt it.
Credit card debt is retarded, especially depending on what you buy with it. And car debt is stupid too. I never by myself. I never really bought a car.
What's wrong with credit card debt?
It's okay if you're gonna pay it back within 30 days.
No, I think the rule is actually 25.
Whatever the minimum day is
for zero interest.
Whatever.
It's dropped to 25. It used to be 30.
I'm currently rebuilding my credit.
Yeah, me too.
But credit card debt is really interesting. Like, so if you really, really, really acute and aware of like what's going on, you probably can manage it well. And all credit cards do not give those high interest rate. Like
no.
Like if you would, like, I got a credit card with Navy Federal that's like 6%. So like it just depends.
If I would have had the right understanding, because when I first had credit card, I had like good debt. in the 80s, my credit cards, I could max up to $50,000 on my American Express. It was ridiculous. I had very good credit, but I did not use it wisely. Because you can use credit card debt to your advantage.
Can.
Like pay off the student loan with your credit card debts. And this is a lot of stuff you could do. That makes sense. Of course,
That's why I
education.
said I regret closing all of my credit card accounts.
Yeah.
You closed them?
All of them, yeah. As soon as I
That
paid them,
actually hurts your credit score.
Exactly. Exactly. Which is why, there's just
Yeah.
it was an
Yeah.
impulsive decision, honestly. I
I would
didn't
do
like
stuff
my
different.
bank, but I realize now that I had a really good interest rate.
What'd you have?
So I was like grandfathered into this like student teen type account. Like I had a joint account that I made with my mom before going into high school. And so I already had like been using the debit card for 4 years. And as soon as I turned 18, they were like, hey, you're eligible for a credit card.
But
'Cause
Malachi,
I had 4 years of history with that bank already just as a teen.
that sucks.
And so I came out the gate with like 1,500. And then, they kept upping me, I think, to about like 25. And I don't know, like that furniture that I impulsively bought, that was when it all spiraled from there. And then I was trying to pay my rent overseas with the credit card, just doing a lot.
Malachi, it's a debt you forgot on there. That they put on your freaking credit report.
What, child support?
Child support debt. It's worse than student loan debt. You only can pay it off.
Get you locked up.
And child support debt, it comes with a whole bunch of other stuff. Student loan, you can still work for the county. Student loan, you can still get CDLs and all sorts of stuff. But with child support, they snatching everything.
So is that the only
barber license? How do you lose?
Yeah, you can't get nothing, man. It's crazy. I know a dude that's a truck driver, and you know him too. And he fell behind, and he actually got arrested, and they took his license away. How he gonna pay?
How he gonna work now? Exactly.
So that's a whole nother
lawmakers aren't the smartest when they come up with laws. Like
that was somebody.
You don't think that was intentional?
No, I don't even think it was intentional. Lawmakers are pretty stupid. If you believe it or
That's
not.
kind of dumb to go after somebody's driver's license.
We got idiot lawmakers. They just
is child support debt the only kind that leads to your wages being garnished?
No. On the Internal Revenue Service or like
credit cards. Everybody garnishes.
Motherfucking.
If they get a judgment.
Parking tickets can do that to you.
They got to get a judgment.
I've only heard of it happening with child support debt. That's like a general financial literacy question I've never asked before.
No, it can happen. You just want to. And the crazy thing is, like, you can get child support debt without the child being yours.
Yep.
The family courts need really, really seriously reforming, but that's another topic.
Yes, it is.
That's a complicated one. Anybody else want to rank it? Oh, we can move on.
It's all bad.
That can be so okay. Do you think just the whole concept of debt is bad?
I think Cardinals are stupid. Cardinals are stupid because they depreciate as soon as they drive off the lot. My cousin bought a car and she didn't like the car. 2 days later, took the car back, and it was like $4,000 depreciated. That's ridiculous.
Cars are interesting, but you know what I don't like what they're doing with car notes? Car notes used to didn't go past 5 years. They can go up to 8 years now.
I know, that's crazy.
So it's really interesting what they're doing in the cars. And the other thing about car notes are the opposite of house mortgages. So like car notes, they interest rates, like if you get a brand new car, they can go as low as 0. The older the car to get, the higher the interest rate go up.
It's crazy.
Houses are different. You get a 5-year note, it's higher than the 10-year note. The 10-year note gonna be lower. The 15-year, the 30-year gonna be the lowest interest rate. So it's really interesting how the things work out. So
it's all a scam.
It's all a scam and scheme to get more money from people, and
but
to
like,
keep
do you think
on the
that,
job working?
So you think that is bad for society or good?
Bad.
I think it's bad
Why?
because, like, for instance, when I wanted to purchase a home, and the house that I was living in, I was paying the mortgage on it, right?
Mhm.
So the mortgage wasn't supposed to change.
Oh, you got
But they
armed.
wouldn't sell it. They wouldn't sell it to me because they said I didn't owe anybody else any money. And I'm like, well, isn't that perfect? Then that means that I'm not going to miss a payment with you because I don't owe nobody else any money.
Yeah, but you talking about is the credit score and the credit rating system versus the concept of debt is just two totally different things. So
The concept.
I'm just saying, like, the whole concept of, like, being able to borrow something to finance something else that you need in the future.
I think if it's a simple interest banking, simple interest loans are different than this compounded interest and all this interest at the end of the loan or at the beginning of the loan, and you got 30 years to pay off $100,000, which is daggone ridiculous. Most countries don't take that long to pay off a house. The American banking system is garbage.
I don't think
complete garbage.
that's nothing. They got real low interest rates, and that's to pay
It's
off.
not about the interest rate, because why the first third of my loan am I paying interest and nothing, barely on the principal?
That's just the way financing work. But, like,
that's what I'm saying. It's their system.
No. I'm saying that's not necessarily the issue. The issue is more so that your wages don't produce enough to afford the house you need.
It's still a crappy system because now you're talking about inflation, which is based on what?
I wouldn't say inflation is necessarily the problem. I would say that the wages are too low. Why
do we have inflation anyway?
You need inflation.
Why do you need inflation?
Not necessarily a bad thing. The purpose of inflation is
I think this is because you believe in the system.
No, I don't. Blow it up. But I got some ideas for reforming it. But the reason you need inflation, even in the new system that I envision, is that it forces circulation of money. Money is about circulation. If people don't spend it, you play Monopoly, right?
I play Monopoly.
When all the wealth get concentrated to one player, the game sucks, right? It's over.
But then that's based on the person's condition.
That's the problem with our society. All the wealth is concentrated amongst one's group. So if you inflate the prices of everything, they have to spend more money. So that's the concept of inflation, the way it's supposed to work. But they have found a way to manipulate that too. And that's the issue. Inflation is not necessarily bad. Things should.
I don't believe in making profit. You already know that I'm socialist, so you know I don't believe in that system.
Profits aren't bad. Capitalism isn't bad. It's just
I don't believe in capitalism. I think it's ungodly.
Yeah,
it is.
That's another conversation. But we'll wrap it up.
It's evil.
We'll wrap it up. I'm tired. I'm exhausted today.
Okay.
I'm sleepy. I'm stuck in traffic. You jinxed me. It's at a standstill.
I told you that shit was bad. I told you that's why I was late for the show.
To me, all the resources belong to the land, and the land doesn't really belong to the people.
We can have that argument, and I'm kind of partially with you, but at some point you do have to.
I don't feel somebody should be monopolizing on solar energy or the wind or electricity or water. Who the hell told you this is your water?
This is true, but you still got to find a way to balance between the two and spark innovation is all I'm saying. So, like, pure communism sucks and pure capitalism
I'm not talking
sucks.
about communism the way the Europeans practiced it. I'm not talking about things in that way. There's a way people can live, and you probably need to do a show on that we don't have to have any of these constraints or this greed. That's everything you're saying is based on people being greedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that incentive Some level agreed is needed because it creates incentive to create new technologies that do help the world.
It's proven in history. You can look at certain villages and certain tribes of people who live harmoniously and have no freaking problems. It's not until people come in to take advantage of folks that's living harmoniously, living in peace, living in tranquility. Somebody come in and greedy, ain't got shit, and now all of a sudden they want to take all your resources and take it back to where they came from.
I agree with you. The resources need to be appropriated correctly, but to spark those innovations, you do need some kind of people that want to get something out of it. Like, if you got no equity in something, why do you want to create something new?
Why does Elon Musk have to have all that money? Why does all these people have to have billions and billions? It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It just breeds mega gods and demigods and all that other stuff. It's unnecessary for 1% of the people to have all the wealth. And that's what capitalism produces. This is the fruit of capitalism, which we're living in today.
This is the corruption. This is a corrupt version of capitalism. So, like I just said,
capitalism in its nature. Listen to the word capitalize.
True.
I mean, think about it.
So, like pure capitalism or pure communism and communism.
To be a capitalist means to capitalize. That's already telling you somebody going to be disenfranchised. Somebody going to be at the bottom. Somebody going to be at the top. Mm-hmm. In order to capitalize, you have to take advantage of those that are less fortunate. It doesn't work unless that happens.
Right.
It's a corrupt system. It's a corrupt word, and we're not going to have. It's evil. The banking, fractional reserve banking is evil. Debt ratios, all that shit is evil. Period.
Evil is a stretch, but the ones that do it in a predatory fashion are evil. So, like, let's be careful.
And look what happens. Look what happens.
Be careful.
This poor child trying to get an education, got $80,000 debt that she will not be forgiven of. But yet, you can have a multi-billion, zillion-dollar company can be forgiven of $1 trillion debt, not even have to pay that. That's unfair.
I agree with you. That's not fair at all. But like we'll revisit this later. Let's do Art of Black Psychology with Yvonne. What you got to say?
Well, what I'm doing.
Art of Black Psychology. You want to talk about that or whatever?
So the Art of Black Psychology is growing, thanks in part to me asking some difficult questions. And I will continue to do so that we can come out looking at our lives very differently than how we currently view them. Because, life doesn't happen to us in a vacuum. So join the page, join in a conversation, and look for some more events that's happening. Don't forget our event on May 20th from 5 to 8. The invite is on Facebook. Check it out.
All right.
All right, thanks. And what's like the whole purpose of this event?
So the whole purpose of the event is to network and to build a community. I will be discussing what I'm doing with the nonprofit and with the mental health community, while also bringing together my network and other people's networks so that we can fix our communities ourselves, because it's time. We gotta stop waiting on other people to do it for us.
All right, cool. Anything with the woke report today? Nothing.
You're muted.
Oh, definitely. The woke report today is #FreeYSL. And the girls that get it, and the girls that don't, won't.
Why are you so invested in that?
Invested? I'm not.
What's YSL? Is that like the Young Thug?
Young Stoner Life Records.
Okay, it's Young Thug. So, but okay. You wanna know what my issue with people on this one thing is? Okay, I told people when they locked R. Kelly up on the RICO Act, I told them they was coming for all of the niggas. I told y'all they was. I told y'all, and everybody was like, he was wrong. He was a bad nigga anyway. he raped little girls. I said, yes, I agree. He did all of that shit, but they did not convict him on rape. They used a RICO act to pick who they want to put in jail. I said, they are finna start doing this shit to all niggas. And I told everybody this shit was coming. Now we a few months later, me and Grant had a big argument about this. And he was like, whatever, you just overreact. I was like, it's coming. I said, once they can lock a nigga up that did nothing with racketeering, I said, they is gonna lock every black man that they can't lock up on something else with racketeering. And that's it. But continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just feel like it's also the same kind of like, I don't know if snowball effect is the right phrase, but like, I think it's a lot of things that have been set up. Like how Roe v. Wade just disintegrated all of a sudden. I think a lot of people are feeling like it's sudden, but you know, it's something that a lot of people.
Oh my God, I had the same argument. I saw that one coming. Everybody be acting like I'm crazy too. It's crazy. I was like, back when Obama was like, I don't really, that's not my top priority. And people was like, oh, you overreacting. I was like, dude, the Republicans is on this shit, dude. Like they're coming for it.
They're working on it actively, and I feel like the 4 years with our 45th president just kind of, you know, gave him some good time. I think he was capitalizing off the cyclical nature of, you know.
No, that's the Democrats' felons. Like, okay, RGB could have retired while under Obama and got replaced, and this would have never happened. Obama could have codified the law because he had 60 senators, and it would have never happened. So, like,
I think he felt like Obamacare was going to save everybody from Roe v. Wade or some shit.
No, he really. I hate to, and as much as I love him, I hate to put it this way. He really thought like he assimilated some kind of way, like, and white people was gonna accept him, and it was different. Like, nah, nigga.
You really love him, or is he just from Chicago?
I love everybody from Chicago.
Tragic.
It's a special kind of love we got here.
Oh,
like, you don't even know. I love R. Kelly.
I love that for y'all.
I love R. Kelly, Obama, and Kanye as much controversy as y'all tied to them. Like it's like it is what it is. Michael Jordan, whoever, Oprah. We claiming Michael Jordan, and Oprah too. Michael Jackson.
I just found out that Oprah owns Oprah. That was news to me. Oprah owns Oprah.
Yeah. So Minister Farrakhan.
Does she have something to do with Bed Bath & Beyond?
Oprah is. I don't know. I haven't.
Oh, I don't know.
But no, I'm just saying, like in this, it's like a certain love because Chicago is so. And until recently, like, is integrating more with the you got a few whites and Mexicans, you know, integrated in the black communities, but like Chicago is so segregated. Like the black identity here is different.
It's been like that for a long time.
It's different. So like you love all black people from here, no matter how fucked up they is. Like you just fuck with them. Like, you know, like Little Dirk, Chief Keef, and the niggas they killed. So like, it's just like I fuck with everybody. So it's just like you get this kind of first black mayor in Harold Washington. You know, you gotta love all of us, no matter like our downfalls, and that's like the bigger thing. But like I'm drifting.
I hope y'all still love me because I'm changing parties.
But I don't care. We just love all black people from Chicago. So you got a root in Chicago. We like.
What about people who aren't from Chicago?
It's a different kind of war here. Like we built different. Like when you meet people from Chicago, we just not the same. Like we just not born before current years. Like I don't know what these new kids like.
Half of the Twin Cities always claim Chicago, so I can't speak to that.
Chicago.
80% of Minnesota is from Chicago.
So.
Who is this? Is this the child that was supposed to be on?
Yeah.
And now she's in the background, like.
Yeah, but no. It's different. Like the Chicago thing is like, and I didn't turn the show into Chicago. I'm sorry, but like it's Chicago.
Go Bears.
Go Bears.
Walter Payton.
I divorced Chicago.
The basketball goat is from here. So not from here, but he played here and won here. So.
I only like fast food from Chicago.
We got the like dopest food. Like you gotta come here.
Chicago's the best restaurants. Period.
There are some good food and stuff here.
Different, but like, no,
Definitely the best Greek food out of the big cities. Most definitely.
The Reaganomics comes from Chicago, University of Chicago, Ivy League school.
It did.
Just-in-time costing. The reason why the pandemic is so fucked up, like and companies don't keep inventory, that comes out of Chicago, from a company called Sierra Lee. So like Chicago is just different. It's just different. We rule the world. Like it's even if it's
Nikki
bad or good.
Giovanni did say Chicago was key. If we can flip Chicago, we can flip the world.
Some of your biggest gang, with Al Capone comes out
Yeah,
of
it
here.
came out of Chicago.
Larry Hoover, Jeff Ford, like that's Chicago. Like Chicago's just different, man. It's you gotta be from here to understand it. You won't get it unless you're from here. It's just a different kind of city. I got friends from every gang, so that's,
Well, Malachi's running for office.
no, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
You're just gonna make me. But shout out to my friend that is running for office. I'm for the most part apolitical, but I support your candidacy. I'm not saying your name on the podcast because I don't want to tie you to me. He's got all the endorsements. He's gonna win probably.
Your cousin's running for office too.
Ooh, I'm sorry. Tell him to come on the podcast. Finish, Nandi. I'm sorry I interrupted your woke report.
No, that was it. I was done with that.
Oh, okay. Final thoughts, Grant, and then we can end it.
We can end it. I'm done, man.
You tired? It's
Get out of debt. Stop buying stupid stuff.
Get out of debt, for real.
There is a such thing as good debt, and most debt is bad, but there is a such thing as good debt. If you manage it,
It's only good because they make it good. I mean, that's what they want you to do.
And don't go for the Bitcoin. It's already crashing.
Is it?
That's not
Yes.
debt. That's something totally different. I'm not even going to talk about that shit. But
Okay.
It is. People that have invested have lost half their money already. Last couple
Okay.
days.
It depends when they invested. But yeah, I never bought Bitcoin. I never bought NFTs. Those crypto and NFTs are, I don't
And
know.
that's stupid stuff. That who thought that was gonna be like a really big thing?
Okay,
Uh,
but that's exactly what people said about the internet.
well, internet makes sense. That stuff doesn't.
Okay.
Internet's different, Nandi.
If you ever take a class on currencies and you understand currencies, like the only reason the dollar has value is because it has a military and a government behind it. Whether you're gonna trust a company, but let's not get into it. I don't fuck
Yep.
with cryptos.
That's for another segment, another show.
Yeah, I like jumping into throwing me off all the time.